Hello, everyone. My name is Brian Sturdivant. I'm the fire chief here for the city of Lansing. Welcome to our first edition of a video shoot / podcast / informational exchange. We're very, very proud to be in front of you right now to talk about some of the initiatives that the fire department will be moving forward with here in 2024. We've rolled out the beginning instances of our strategic plan, and one of the major components of our strategic plan is to continue to look for increased and creative ways for additional communication platforms. And so we're very happy to be here and just very pleased that you have chosen to join us this morning. I have to my left Operations Assistant Fire Chief Ken Lay. I have to my right Administrative Assistant Fire Chief Carrie Edwards-Clemons, that we'll introduce here in a bit and let her talk to you a little bit about what she brings to the table and what she's going to be charged with leading our organization. And we'll get a bit of vision discussion from the both of them. And I hope you find this podcast, this video shoot informational. And we're just looking to stay connected with our organization and with the community. So out of my office, 2024 is going to be a huge initiative as it relates to our staffing. Our staffing and deployment model has some challenges because it is a bit outdated. Really going to be looking to adjust that as best we can. Our firefighters are just tremendous people, tremendous professionals, but the demand for service significantly outweigh our current resources, and we're working with the mayor's office and with City Hall to balance that out. I'd like to offer a huge, huge thank you to our community because of the trust that they showered our organization with as it relates to the public safety bond that was passed over a year ago. As you may be aware, we are currently working with our law enforcement stakeholders, with 54A District Court stakeholders as it relates to a new public safety administrative facility that would house our court system. The fire department will receive 2 new stations, a new training center, training facility, and some pretty significant upgrades to our current facility. So we're very, very excited about that. But what I, as the fire chief, am even more excited about is the public trust that our community has reflected to us as it relates to being stewards of public safety within this community. And I have committed to this community, to our department, to City Hall, to the mayor's office, that we are going to cherish and really honor and earn that trust every day that we show up to work. We're going to, again, as I stated, we're going to focus on the completion and continued work of our 5-year strategic plan. This plan serves as the rudder of our ship. It provides the guidance for where we are, where we're going. It provides some direction on how we anticipate getting there. And it is something tangible that we can hold ourselves accountable to, which is very exciting for not only us, but also for the organization. Chief Lay, you've been with the organization now for a little over a year. You've recently transitioned over to the operations section of the department. Chief Carrie Edwards-Clemons, you've been all of 2 weeks with the organization, and you're providing some oversight and leadership for our administrative section. Talk to us a little bit about your background, what you bring to the table, your vision for the admin section, and how you're looking to integrate into the Lansing Fire Department team.
All right, Chief. Well, thank you so much. My name is Carrie Edwards-Clemons, and as Chief Sturdivant said, I am the Assistant Chief of Administration. And so what I bring to the table, I have a extensive history and background in the fire service in the fire services. I've been a building inspector, paramedic, but I hired in as a firefighter trainee. And so I came in with no experience. Chief, I didn't even know what a ladder was or how to put it up. And so I have literally worked up through the ranks, being involved in every aspect of the fire department. And so I think that I have a wealth of knowledge that I can add to what's already being, done in the fire service as far as innovation. And so I am just excited to be here and proud to serve. My goals or my vision for the division is as part of inspiration and innovation. And so I say inspiration because being a part of recruitment and being in community risk reduction, so they'll be able to see us in the community and know that, hey, if they can do it, we can do it as well. And so I want to reach the young women, I want to reach the girls, I want to reach all section of the community to let them know that this job may be for them and to give us a try. Because we have a lot going on in the Lansing Fire Department. And I know it's only been a couple short weeks, Chief, but you know what? I am here and I am excited and I am looking forward to moving your vision for the department forward.
Well, thank you for that. And we're very, very excited for what you bring to the table. We know you have a wealth of background, a wealth of experience with your background, and the transition with the oversight of our administrative section will be relatively seamless. We do have a lot going on. As you are aware, administratively, we are here to support the operations.
Yes.
We are here to support the firefighters, the paramedics, the EMTs. I'll talk a little later in the broadcast about some focused attention that we want to provide as it relates to our recruitment efforts for our paramedic need. But again, administratively, we are here to support the operations and our firefighters. So with that being said, Chief Lay, talk to us a little bit about your vision as our operations assistant chief, and you provide the oversight and some guidance for where the rubber actually meets the road, where service delivery actually takes place in the community from a customer service standpoint. We tend to think about not only our external customers, but also our internal customers. And from an administrative standpoint, we tend to lean into the organization as it relates to the work and the services that we provide. But as external customers, the community, that's where our operations have the direct connection, because they lean outward and they provide the service to the community. They are the direct connection with our community. So Chief Lay, talk to us a little bit about your thoughts, your vision, since you've taken over the operations section, and some of the things that you'd like to focus on as we move the organization forward.
Well, thanks, Chief. And like you stated, I've been here just over a year now and had a chance to get around and start working with some of our incumbents that we have on the department, getting the chance to know them and getting the chance for them to know me. So I think the transition was relatively smooth. Me going from the administrative side of it over to the operations side of it have built some trust with the organization and with the members. So I think that's going to fare well for us. One of the things that we're definitely trying to do is standardize our procedures, making sure that we are doing the same thing on every call, doing the same thing on every situation as we can. We want to make sure that our procedures are updated. We want to make sure that the things that we are doing will encompass the newest and the latest and the greatest. And that's part of what we're doing from a training aspect. We want to make sure that we are doing those things in a safe manner. That is what the training is supposed to be about. And from the outside looking in, the majority of our people is in the operation. And what's on our patch, people understand the fire side of it. There's a lot of people in Lansing that don't know that we also run the ambulance side of it or the EMS side of it. And we want to make sure that our members are up to speed. We want to make sure that they keep their certifications. We want to make sure that they are proficient in what they're doing, because we want to make sure that our external customers have the utmost trust in what we're doing. And when we're showing up, we want to treat them with dignity and respect, and we want them to know that we are here to serve them, because that is what we do. We are here to serve our public. And I think that we have some great men and women on our department, and they do the best that they absolutely can. They accept the challenges that they have in front of them. They accept on a daily basis that every day is not going to be the same. Every call is not going to be the same. They up to the task, and it's up to us to make sure that they have the things that they need. One of the things that you'll probably talk about a little later on in the program is our Lexapol procedures policy. That's what we're going through. That's part of what we're doing. We want to make sure that we are on the same page. As when I was running track back when I was in college, our motto was one goal, one team, one goal. And I like to carry that on here. We are one team and we have one goal, and that is to serve the public the best way we can, most efficiently and most proficiently. And we're doing that. I think that we have a very good start at doing that.
Well, thank you. And we really appreciate the level of expertise that you bring to the table. That's one thing that I really like about our leadership team right now, the global perspective as it relates to the modern fire service. You know, we've worked around the country at a high level. We're looking to implement the best and smart practices that we can so that, again, we can modernize and standardize the work that we're doing here in the Lansing community. You spoke of trust, and I think that topic in and of itself is worth some additional conversations, because we know from a public safety standpoint, trust is not always an automatic. It needs to be an active process as you put forth efforts to build trust, and it begins with relationships. That's how we get things done. As stated previously, we are working through the initial stages of our strategic plan. We recrafted our vision statement, our mission statement, and our values are now inclusive of not only pride, professionalism, and excellence, as stated on our department patch, but we also have included competence and transparency. And so that is one of the reasons that we are here today in front of the cameras. We're looking for any and every way for our organization to be informed, to know what's going on, understand that they have a platform for getting questions answered and providing resources that they may need in the field. As you stated, as we have all stated, we're so very, very happy as it relates to the public safety bond. We anticipate a targeted move-in 2.5, 3 years from now. So I've committed to the mayor, to City Hall, to the council dais, that we are going to look to standardize, modernize our processes, our programs. We're going to do away and transition from some of the old things that we have been doing for a number of years. We need to increase our levels of efficiency. And there is a smart way to do everything that we've been doing. We've got a great working relationship with our labor unions right now. I'm very, very pleased, because in my experience around the country, that is not always the case. That cannot be taken for granted. Those relationships we're going to honor, we're going to cherish, and we're going to continue to work with our labor group, with our members, to ensure that we are moving the needle as it relates to where we want Lansing Fire to be, a pinnacle fire department in the state of Michigan, a leader in the fire service around the area, the region, the metro area, and it's going to take an active process. It will not happen passively. So Chief Edwards-Clemons, can you talk to us a little bit about the actual divisions that report to you within the administrative section and how that's going to be impactful to everything we have in front of us as we move forward?
Yes. So the divisions within the administrative division, I have the fire marshal's office. I also have logistics as well as administration. And so with logistics, that's everything in and everything out, being accountable for the equipment and the supplies, making sure that everyone have what they need in order to do the job most efficiently and effectively. And so we're working with, we're looking to have a new platform so that we can get that done, and that's where innovation comes in. We're trying to move to a system in which we can track what's coming in and what's going out. We can track what we need. We're looking at the latest and the greatest as far as technology and innovations. And so we're looking to kind of standardize what we do with the logistics area. And so we want to make sure that accountability it's a large thing. And we want to be fiscally responsible with what we're doing as far as equipment in and equipment out. With the Fire Marshals Division, that's like a highlight there. You know, they're actually amazing in what they're doing. We're working now toward looking at decreasing our ISO rating, which is an increase to the community. And so we're looking at what we can do as far as helping that process so we can do more for the community in that respect. Our fire marshal's office, also the captains there, are now being trained because it's so important that in order to effectively provide the services that's needed in the community, we need that training. Mm-hmm. We need to know what we're doing, and we want you to know that when the Fire Marshals Division show up, they are prepared and ready to serve. And so in my role here, I look at myself as I'm here to serve them so they can better serve the community. And so it's like a service, and a service provides better service. And so that's what I'm looking to do. And we also have the Chief of Administration. He's absolutely amazing, and he's been just working and showing me the stats, showing me the ropes, showing me the processes. He handles systems, and he's just an excellent trainer for me, so thank you for that. He kind of lessened that curve coming in where I'm able to actually provide some work. I'm actually able to do some work because of the work that he's doing. Mm-hmm. And he's an amazing person, so I want to thank you for giving me an amazing group of people to work with, and they're all about service to the community, service to others, and providing the best means by which to do that.
That is great. Again, we have such a great workforce. I feel personally and professionally as the fire chief that our workforce has been underserved. And I am here to make up for lost time. I feel that we owe them so much based on our call volume, based on our current resources, and I am looking for any and every creative way to serve in that capacity, to let our members know that we truly care about them, their families, their mental health. We truly care about the way they go about their business and being safe as it relates to the calls that they run day in and day out. And it is a true commitment. Chief Lay, you spoke earlier about the EMS calls and the training. I know those two areas report to your section as our operations chief. Can you talk to us a little bit about the most recent round of promotions that we've had that have been very impactful to the operations sections with some of our newer captains and some of the administrative assistants that we just recently provided for our EMS chief? Can you expound on that a bit?
Yeah, and through a natural maturities, we've had some people to retire. And anytime you have people to retire, you got to have people that's ready to step up into their place. So we've had a series of promotions to the battalion chief level. Within the last year, we've had 2 new battalion chiefs that have come on board. They were already in-house, but they came on board, and they're doing a great job with their personnel. We've probably had, I'd say 7, 8 captains. Just recently, as of this week, we've promoted someone to the EMS captain's position, and that's going to be a great asset and big help to the one person that we had in that division. And so now we're starting to get our groups together, starting to get our divisions together and get people in that division so they can, have some help. Of course, if we promoted captains, then we upgraded and promoted engineers as well. So we do have some younger people that's in the positions right now, but we do have all the confidence that they will completely be up to speed and ready to go, because it's. I've heard football coaches, they said next person up. Yeah. And you have to be ready to serve in that role when it's your turn. And so that is what our training division is taxed with, is getting those people ready to go, ready to be at that next level at a drop of a hat. Yeah, and that is what has happened over the last couple of years.
Absolutely. Again, we have such a great organization. We're just very, very proud to serve. We're going to continue to bend over backwards to provide the resources for our members, the right training, the right tools, the right situation, the right call, and the right way to mitigate any and every emergency call that comes into the Lansing Fire Department. As a general talking point, it may not be widely known that 80% of our fire department calls are EMS related. So we have a very robust emergency medical services system that covers the city of Lansing. We have some great mutual aid partners that, from a community standpoint, they may be in our community and not be a part of our organization, but they are definitely critical components of the system. And we rely on them, they rely on us. We are members of the Metro Fire Chiefs group, so we talk at a very strategic level on how to strengthen and fine-tune those relationships. Mental health is a huge, huge issue in public safety right now, as we are all aware. So we've got several layers of resiliency that is part of the Lansing Fire system so that we can protect our members whenever, however they may be impacted by a mental health situation, be it a critical incident or just life in general. It is not up to us to define what that looks like for the individual. We trust them when they reflect to us that they may need some assistance. We go all out to provide that. As I like to share with our members, it is absolutely perfectly okay not to be okay. Stressful work, we are 24/7, 365 operation, and there could be some impacts. We want to build a network to ensure that those impacts are addressed. It's been a pleasure to be here with the two of you. I look forward to what we're going to be moving with here in 2024 and beyond. As an organization, we're going to be looking to regularly schedule these types of broadcasts. We're going to layer this level of a broadcast with increased forms of communication with print media, social media, updated, current, and relevant web page development. We're going to be reaching out to some of our local stakeholders as it relates to podcasts that we can engage to ensure that the message gets out to our community. I'd like to thank the two of you for joining me, and we're going to rotationally have different members of our organization sitting in these seats so that we can highlight the great work, the great efforts, and most of all, just highlight the great attitudes that our people bring to work every day that they show up. It is something that cannot truly be tangibly measured, but we know it's there every time we walk in the station, every time we get a correspondence. It's always very respectful, always very professional. I've worked at a high level around this country in the fire service, and I could not be more proud than I am to lead and be a member of the Lansing Fire Department. Remember, Lansing firefighters, I work for you. My job is to help you as best I can to get to yes, and we are committed to make that happen. So thank you all for joining us. We look forward to next time, and this has been a great opportunity, and I've really enjoyed it. So thank you for joining me.